welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantel, but you can call me Chanty. And today I'm going to be reviewing some of my frequently used products. Some of the products that I've been using more recently, I don't really talk about on my channel, and I felt like it was worth it because you guys see me use them all the time for me to give you my actual thoughts on these products. So first up, we've got the Wander Beauty Trip for Two. Perfect traveling blush and bronzer for me. I like the intensity of the colors. I'm actually currently wearing this bronzer and blush duo right now, and I really love it. I feel like it gives me a really youthful glow, but I can add intensity when I want that like burst of color. And I've been using it religiously for the past few months. And look at it, it looks like it's been barely touched. Now, this has a 4.8 rating on the Sephora website. The only downside I had for this palette was it's $36 US, and that works out to like 45 Canadian, I want to say, something like that. It's quite expensive for such a little duo. So for that reason, for this duo, I'm going to be giving it a 4.5 rating. Next up, I'm going to review the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I got this because I watched so many YouTubers that raved about it. They said it would just like cover up the bags underneath their eyes really easily. I'm actually wearing it right now, and I find that it doesn't really cover up the bags as much as I want to, and I have really deep set eyes, and it doesn't help tone those down as much as my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. Now, I got the sample size from Sephora, and that cost me $18, and I'm gonna say there's maybe like 3 milliliters worth of liquid in this, whereas this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear, this whole bottle, which is 10 milliliters, cost me about $12 or $13, I think. Now, it has a 4.5 rating on Sephora. Before I give my official rating of this product, I want to read you guys quickly the description of what it's supposed to do on the Tarte website, because that will kind of tell you why I chose the rating that I did. Swipe on the hype with this best-selling concealer. Full coverage formula for 16 hours of flawless wear. I have not tested that, so I cannot speak to that. Smooths and brighten to make the eyes appear lifted. It does brighten the area a little bit, but again, I found the L'Oreal Infallible did that better. Crease-proof formula won't cake or settle. I have found during the day it does tend to crease. Helps smooth and blur the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. I always dab just a little bit in here because I have kind of this wrinkle forming from just kind of the shape of my cheeks, and I find, again, it doesn't do that great of a job. Applies easily with Jumbo Speed Smoother. It is very easy to blend in. I've used my finger, a brush, and a beauty blender, and I found that it does move around very easily for all of them. Even once it's settled a little bit, like, it does take a while to dry down, but like I said, I just find it doesn't give the coverage that the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear does, which is also really easy to use. So for that reason, I would give this product a 3.5. My next frequently used product is currently the Maybelline Falsies Lashlift. I got these because the L'Oreal Million Little Lashes isn't really working for me anymore. I don't know what changed about my eyelashes or the formula, but it just doesn't give the lift that it used to. So I've started playing around with different mascaras, and the first one that I'm trying is the Falsies Lash Lift. I find it gets every single lash, but the ends are more likely to clump together. So I get more lift from this. I get more coverage across all of my lashes, but those ends clump together. So I find that I wait for it to dry, and then I pick off the chunks on the end, and then it looks good. I also find that throughout the day, even with eye primer and concealer, it crumbles, and I get the little pieces all underneath my eye. I have to wipe them off quite frequently. Sephora doesn't have a rating for this, but Ulta does, and they rate it at a 4.2. It retails for about $12 in Canada. I would have to give this a 4-star rating. The next product that I'm going to review is the Velour Lash Glue. I bought myself a set of Velour lashes from Sephora. It was actually a lash kit, and it came with a sample size of this glue, and I liked it so much I ended up buying the full-size version, and I'm about to tell you why. That sample tube lasted me for so long. I was really surprised by it, and it didn't start to dry out until it was near empty. The other thing that I like is that when you paint it on the lash, it shows up as like a bluish, almost like UV. That's what it looks like, but as it dries down, it goes clear, so you have a good way to tell when a good time is to apply your lash. I don't set a timer for myself. I can kind of judge based on the color that the glue is at the time, whether it's ready for application or not. The lashes stay on very well. So far, I've worn lashes for, I think, the longest that I've worn lashes for with this lash glue was 8 hours, and it held the whole time. I didn't notice it drooping down. I didn't notice edges coming up. It stayed in place and was easy to apply. One final thing that I'm going to mention about this is that it comes with a little brush, so you can just paint it right onto the lash or onto your lid, just depending on how you apply your lashes. I really like this product, and I would give this a 5-star rating, because I honestly have no complaints about this. I think the price is reasonable. I think the product is great. I'm really curious to see how future lash glues that I purchase hold up to this. Last but not least, I am going to give a review of the Porefessional Benefit Cosmetics Pore Primer. So it says it's a smoothing face primer to minimize the look of pores. Short and sweet, I love it. I do find it to be really thick, so I have to use more than I would for, say, with my Maybelline Master Prime, because this one's a lot thinner and milkier, whereas this one is thicker. It feels, how do I describe it? It feels like it just kind of sits on your face. When I wear this primer, my foundation will separate a little bit, particularly in the more oily areas of my skin. I have mostly dry skin, but I do have a couple of oily patches, especially like in my nose area. It separates a lot more. Now, I got this little guy as a free sample on one of my Sephora purchases, but the full-size version of this at Sephora is $43 Canadian. It has a 4.1 star rating. So while I love how it shrinks down my pores, because of how poorly it does in the heat, coupled with how expensive it is, so I would have to give this primer a 2-star rating. I'm a little harsh on it, but mostly because of the price. When things are more expensive, I hold it to a higher standard. Let me know down below if you've used any of these products and had a better or worse experience than I did. I'd be really curious to know how these products worked for you guys. If you like this video, if you like my vibe, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take it easy. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantel, but you can call me Chanty. And today I'm going to be doing I think that's a first for this channel. Side note, this wig is like crazy itchy. I'd probably be more inclined to give it like a 4.5, but because it's $12, yes, $5 does make the difference.